How y'all doing, man? My name Raheem. I just decided to start doing these little videos just to talk to y'all, talk to the world, talk to these young people, man, about just really just making the right decision and to, stand away from this gun violence, this violence. First off, this shit is getting out of hand, man. It's a lot of people, a lot of young people losing their lives that has so much potential. Like, this shit is not even funny, y'all. Like, I work in juvenile hall, and it's a lot of talent that I see, and a lot of fucking sharp-minded young individuals that I see. And usually, what I see is, they coming from a hard background, and the shit, it's not a good thing, because wherever they coming from, whatever their influences are, is they getting brainwashed by that shit, man. And it's all good. Like, I tell young people all the time. And by the way, I've been there for about 5 years, but it's little niggas that I talk to, man, and I tell them, like, yeah, it's cool. Be you. Don't change for nobody, bro. Don't change for nobody. Be you. But at the same time, you so caught up in your ways. It's just like when somebody trying to help you and somebody see the potential in you, they stop you, give you that man-to-man talk, or that, woman-on-man talk, whatever the case may be. If somebody talking to you, your elder, man, you got to listen to him. You got to listen to him, bro, because who knows? That person that's talking to you may have seen some shit growing up, and may have seen how that behavior can lead you in the future. Like, this shit is real, man. And that's part of the reason why, the young dudes that I talk to, they kind of, I'm not gonna say, cling on to me or no shit like that, but they get attached to me, and knowing that I'm always gonna be the one that give them, some insight on some shit, or to wake them up. Even though they may not always, be in that position to listen to you or whatever, they young people, they really they on the go all the time. They influenced by shit that they want to be influenced by. And then when, they get introduced to something new, it's a little difficult. Some may get it, some may not, though. And the ones that may not, I don't give up on them. I don't give up on them, because I just, with that, I give it a little time, and, let them do what they do. Hopefully, that them doing what they do don't get them in trouble, into no deep trouble at least. And when they are calm and ready to listen and ready to talk to somebody, I swoop on in, man, and pull them to the side one-on-one. And the shit, I'm telling y'all, the shit works every single time. It works every single time. A kid, a young dude, a young woman, when they hear, their elder giving them some game or talking to them or whatever it is, just some positive advice. If you giving that to them, they love that shit. Whether they admit that shit or not, they love it. And excuse my language and, me saying nigga, and that's just, this is a part of the culture, man. I'm going to be me. And, we're just going to talk, man. There's going to be videos of me talking, man. And hopefully it helps. But back to what I was saying, I've experienced, because I worked with younger boys the whole 5 years that I've been there. And, sometimes they come in there, all high, mighty and shit, not trying to listen to nobody, refusing everything, trying to fight, trying to do this, trying to do that, trying to be loud, trying to argue every single thing, think they know it all. My go-to conversation when I sit them down and they ready to listen when I talk, I tell them straight up, like, bro, you ain't fooling nobody. And I ain't trying to be no big badass. I ain't trying to tell you something that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to belittle you or nothing. But look, bro, this shit, this jail shit and all this shit is for the birds. You need to really get your shit together. And I tell them that out of love and respect, because when I tell them that, most, not like 10 times out of 10, and I'm not no fucking perfect person or nothing like that, but when I'm talking to them, it's a sense of love, because, not the way I dress or the way I wear my hat, no shit like that, but they know when I'm talking to them, it's pure, genuine love. They know that. I'm not raising my voice at them trying to be, punitive or whatever the case may be. It's just I'm really talking to them like I would talk to my little nephew or my brother, or my cousin or, you know what I'm saying, niggas that I knew in the hood or something, like trying to help them because I see them going down a fucked up path. And not to say that, you know, I was some perfect ass young dude or nothing, but when I was coming up, it was shit that I would see that, and again, another thing, these young dudes, they mention to you how, or they would ask you like, hey, bro, how did you stay out of trouble? How did you, you know, because I look just like them, to be honest with you. And you know, it's valid for them to ask me that question. I tell them straight up, like, bro, every time I was about to do some dumb shit or thought about doing some dumb shit, first of all, mom's nigga, she gave me that look, not right in that instant, but just from me getting in trouble anytime around her, she would give me that look like, boy, you better get your shit together. Or she wouldn't even say nothing at all. She would just look at me. And that's when I knew it just gave me that inside feeling, that gut feeling like, bro, fuck all that dumb shit. I'm here to do, I gotta do right, bro. And again, we ain't nobody perfect. Niggas done fucked up, you know, made bad decisions, whatever the case may be. But I'm telling y'all now, bro, like that shit going, you know, and again, I'm not saying if you are locked up, if you in jail, whatever the case may be, you ain't no fucking, you human. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you fucked up, whatever the case, but nigga, get out and get your shit together. Straight up. Ain't nobody perfect around this motherfucker. Like, man. And again, if we, you know, whoever need help, whoever want to chop it up, talk, man, this is exactly why I'm doing this shit. This is exactly why I'm doing this, because I want to help young people, man. Like, for real. But back to what I was saying, I would tell them like, I wouldn't make no decision because I had that gut feeling like, oh hell no. If I'm not thinking about moms, I'm thinking about myself. Like, bro, I'm not trying to, you know, man, I ain't trying to waste my freedom, bro. It's shit that I'm looking forward to. It's shit that I'm looking forward to. And back when I was younger, it was a lot of basketball. It was a lot of basketball. I was playing hoop a lot. Not always getting the best grades and shit, but it was little times where I would not, you know, not be eligible to play. And coach, you know, I'm thinking since I'm raw at the time and, you know, I'm one of the main players on the team and shit, I could just go up to him and that'd be cool. Hell no. Nah. And then we had grades on our we had regular grades and we had what's that shit called? Citizenship grades. My coach back then, Coach Brown, I love you to death, but my coach back then, he wasn't having that shit. If you had, mind you, citizenship grade, that shit, you don't need a fucking straight A line to pass the class. I mean, to, you know what I'm saying, go to the next grader so you can get all F's in that shit and still be cool because you still get the pass or whatever. But if you had a F or a D in that area with the citizenship shit, and that was crazy back then, but I remember this one day, he gave it to me. I walked up to the school. I mean, my bad. I walked into the gym, gave it to him. I'm like, Coach, I'm juiced, nigga, getting ready for practice. He was like, nuh-uh, Raheem, come here. He was like, I'm sorry, you will not be playing basketball this year. And now that shit funny than a motherfucker, but at the time, man, nigga went to the little bad boys bathroom, started crying and shit. And something clicked in my head. I'm like, bro, I can't go out this year. I gotta be doing something because I cannot be, you know what I'm saying, in a neighborhood getting influenced, you know what I'm saying, with idle time. Idle time is the devil's time, bro. I was not about to settle for that shit. So, like I said, I always had this mindset. So when I was younger, I ran to fucking well, at the time I ran to my teacher like, hey, I think her name was Ms. Zane. Shout out Ms. Zane, my science teacher in 6th grade. But she gave me that D because I was fucking up on one of the the science projects. But I went over there and I begged her. I'm like, Ms. Zane, please give me this C. Just change it to a C, please. I'll be cool. I swear to God. And she ended up changing it. I ran back to coach. And he was just like, okay, it's been changed. But, you know, that shit, it was little stuff like that, man, that taught me a lot of shit. It taught me a lot, man. And I just want y'all to know that people go through shit, man. It's all about how you bounce back. This is not my last video. This is something I need to do, man. I don't give a fuck if it's something specific. I don't give a fuck if it's just me talking, man. This is how I operate on where I work. And with these young dudes, you know what I'm saying, me telling them something, they get influenced by it. And it ain't like I'm sitting up here making shit up. This is something that's embedded in me, and I know that I have a purpose here, bro. And this is to talk to these young people and make a difference in their life. But yeah, that was just a little story. This is just a little intro video, man. I'm new to this shit. I'm trying to like really speak to the people. I'm gonna be man, posting a lot more videos just about, my childhood, about my life, about my influences. Again, this was just a little brief little summary of just me just ranting going on, man. Got to get comfortable with this shit. I just want to, try to help out here. But yeah, man, until next time, see y'all in a minute.